Bat an eyelid about how much we've started imitating China in just the last couple of weeks. For example, I've warned you a lot in recent years about overreacting and big government tech and the way that they will come here in America and they will mind meld with the government just to keep us safe. Well, they're doing it now, and it's so nice. I mean, who doesn't love a big, benevolent big brother just looking out for you? Last Thursday, Google announced its Community Mobility Reports program. This is a harmless little program in which Google is providing government leaders data on where people are traveling during the pandemic. It's just simply based on aggregate, anonymous data collected by Google Maps. And if you really think it's anonymous, I've got some adorable pet rocks I can sell you. They've grown a lot bigger now, you know. Google is providing data for states and counties to help governments understand how well the stay-at-home orders are working, among other things. But Google insists the reports will not allow the government to track you individually. Well, if that's true, don't worry. Governments have already found a workaround. They can track you now. The Kansas Department of Health and Environment is using GPS tracking platform called Unicast to track citizens' locations through their cell phones. Kansas is using the program to grade counties on their social distancing effectiveness. So far, 45 out of 105 counties have gotten an F. The state average is a C. Unicast gets location data from other applications on your smartphone, so it's not legally required to notify you that you're being tracked. Oh, well, that is so convenient for the government. When asked what law authorized this citizen tracking thing, the Kansas Health Department Communications Director had no comment. That's the scary thing about times of crisis. Too often, government tends to loot our liberties, rushing into the store after the windows are smashed, seeing what it can grab off of the shelf for themselves. And then they never answer any questions. Guess which other government has been using cell phone data to track its people? Yeah, the communists in China. The coronavirus outbreak had been the perfect launch pad for even greater mass surveillance in China. China has required citizens to install an app on their smartphones which dictates whether they're allowed to move around in public. Watch, this will come here soon. Each person is assigned a QR code through the app, and it's either green, yellow, or red to indicate your health status. Green code says move around freely. Yellow means you may be confined to home for 7 days. Red means quarantine for 2 weeks. So far, the Chinese government has not explained exactly how it classifies people. There are reports of people with red codes who have no symptoms whatsoever. And then there seems to be no clear way to make your code turn green. In some Chinese cities, you have to show your code almost everywhere now. Cities have banners up to remind people of the rules which say green code, travel freely, yellow or red, report immediately. And because it's communist China, the Color Code app also shares all personal data with the police. As the New York Times describes it, a similar system in the U.S. would be like under the CDC, using Amazon or Facebook apps to track coronavirus symptoms, and then sharing that personal data with your local sheriff's office. Isn't this great? How long before a leftist bureaucrat in California or New York says a color-coded phone app that tells you whether you can leave your home or go back to work or go to the store? Gee, why didn't we think of that?